Good evening, our beloved viewers. Welcome to the 9 p.m. English News Edition brought to you live from RTD channel. And let's begin with the top series of tonight. The Minister's Tour in Dakhel region. And this closing training session on good practices archives. And on the international scene, this dramatic scene in Gaza, ethnic cleansing in Gaza Strip, the humanitarian situation is deteriorating. Those were the headlines, and welcome in our newsroom. As part of his nationwide tour of the country's most remote areas, the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble, visited the village of Assasan near Oboch following an early stop in Qorangar. The ministerial delegation received a warm welcome from the local population and was officially received by the region's top authorities, including the prefect and vice president of the regional council, the deputy prefect, the chief medical officer, as well as military representative, traditional leaders, and religious figures in a spirit of closeness and dialogue. The minister held an open discussion with the residents, elder, youth, women, and community leaders as well. He did not fail to reaffirm the government's commitment under the leadership of the head of state to improving access to healthcare services across all communities, including the most remote areas. This visit is a part of a broader national strategy to bring healthcare closer to the people and strengthen the state's presence in every corner of Djibouti. The prefect of Ubukh did not fail to express his honor in welcoming the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble, and the esteemed guests the to their region. He emphasized that the minister's visit was a testament to the government dedication. And as part of his visit of the country's interior region, the Minister of Health did not fail to express his heartfelt thanks to the people of Assassan, located in the Oboch region, for their warm welcome. He conveyed greetings from President Ismail Margeli and the First Lady and President of UNFD, Mrs. Khadra Mohammed Haid, emphasizing their warm regards. The minister said he was pleased to meet with local residents and hear their concern. He did not fail to state that the visit reflects the government's commitment to improving access to healthcare services. In Oboch now, the Minister of Infrastructure and Equipment continued his tour. He was accompanied by his technical team, the Director General of Djibouti Port Corridor Road, the delegated project manager, and the head of Al Nasri, the company in charge of the works. The next step, the city of Dekhil, to assess the progress of urban road works. And upon his arrival, the minister was warmly welcomed at the official residence of the prefect in the presence of key local leaders, including the president of the regional council, administrative officials, security forces, and representative of civil society. The meeting served as an opportunity to discuss the state of infrastructure in the region. The prefect praised the visit as a strong sign of the state's commitment in the region. The prefect praised the visit as a strong sign of the state's commitment to balanced regional development. The minister and his delegation then visited the city center, walking along 2 kilometers of newly completed road. The section includes two asphalt lanes, cobblestone lanes, speed bumps, and completed road markings. What we are building here is a lasting living environment and urban space for families and a shared heritage to preserve, say the Minister of Equipment and Transport. The visit ended at the regional council headquarters where the minister held an open meeting with residents. The community expressed their satisfaction at finally seeing proper urban roads built, something they hadn't witnessed in years. Dakhil is now at the heart of public action, and I'm proud to witness this ongoing transformation, said the minister. He did not fail to reiterate the government's commitment to balanced and inclusive development. The prefect of Dakhil region did not fail to express his satisfaction with the ongoing transformation of Dakhil, emphasizing that the minister visit was a clear sign of the government's commitment to the region's development. He acknowledged that for many years, Dakhil has lacked essential infrastructure, but now, with the new roads and improvement, the city was witnessing a significant change has finally concluded. The prefect of Dakhil region. And during his visit to Dakhil, the Minister of Equipment and Transport stated that he was there to assess the progress of the work. He mentioned that the project was almost completed and will soon be finished. He praised the effort of the teams working on the ground. He also emphasized that infrastructure development is a key priority of the President Ismail Omar Gili. The construction of this road addresses a strong demand from the local population, said the minister. Another news now, the commune of Balbala launched this morning at the Al Rahma complex a project called Balbala in Action. This ambitious initiative aims to transform the commune in just 45 days under the patronage of the Minister for Decentralization, Mr. Qasim Haroun. The goal of this innovative project is to engage civil society, local authorities, as well as public and private partners to improve quality of life and enhance the urban environment. The planned activities include renovating public spaces, installing green infrastructure, organizing community events, and conducting citizenship awareness campaigns. The event gathered key development partners, including the representative of the Italian NGO SIGA, Elena Lagana, the sub-prefect of the fourth district, Awale Mohamed Foud. The president of the commune of Balbala expressed his great pride in participating in the Balbala in Action project. He emphasized that this initiative represents a real development opportunity for the entire region. And according to him, the project, based on collective commitment, is a model of collaboration between local authorities, civil society, and private partners as well. And for his part, the Minister for Decentralization, Qasim Haroun, emphasized that the Balbala in Action project is an ambitious initiative that cannot succeed without a solid structure and strategic support. He highlighted the importance of a strong partnership between local authorities, civil society, and public and private partners to ensure the success of the project. The minister also reminded that this project is an important step in implementing the development priorities of this commune. And still with the national news, the Ministry of Youth and Culture, in a close collaboration with the Secretary General of the government and the British Embassy in Djibouti, held this morning the closing ceremony of the Archival Best Practices training session. And during the event, participants were officially presented with their certificates. The training, which took place from May 11 to 15 in the auditorium of the National Archives, aimed to reinforce the skills of archival professionals in Djibouti. The ceremony was chaired by the Secretary General of the government, Al-Ms. Mohammed Abdullahi, and was attended by Vinay Tolwer, the British ambassador to Djibouti, as well as Mohammed Hussein Douale, Director General of the National Agency for the Promotion of Culture, Mustafa Mohammed Ismail, Director General of the National Agency for State Information. And at the end of the ceremony, officials formally presented certificates to the participants in recognition of their dedication and skills acquired during this intensive week of training. In his remark, the Director General of the National Agency for the Promotion of Culture took the floor to express his honor at speaking during the closing ceremony of the archival best practices training session. He emphasized the significance of this program, which, in collaboration with the Ministry of Youth and Culture and the British Embassy, marks an important step in the promotion and preservation of the country's archival heritage. He stressed that archives play a vital role not only in preserving collective memory but also in the smooth functioning of public and private institutions. And in turn, the Secretary General of the government did not fail to express his great satisfaction in presiding over the closing ceremony of the archival best practices training. He noted that this initiative reflected the government's commitment to reinforcing the capacity of archival professionals, a crucial area for the proper functioning of the administration and the preservation of national heritage. He stressed that archives are not just documents but rather a reflection of the country's history, values, and national identity. He pointed out that through this training, professionals now have the necessary tools to manage, preserve, and promote archives in a modern and effective manner. The movement, the Scouts of Djibouti, recently launched by the Association for the Promotion of Physical Education and School Sport, continues its commitment to civic responsibility and patriotism. This Thursday, the National Education Training Center and Fukuzawa College organized a training session aimed at reinforcing the skills of young scouts. The purpose of the training was to instill the values of volunteerism, civic duty, and patriotism while explaining the structure of the organization. The session was designed interactively, starting with presentation followed by a participatory workshop. The youth participants discussed the importance of volunteering and brainstorming ideas for community projects in small groups. This training aimed at fostering engagement helped the scouts deepen their understanding of their role in the society. The Islamic Institute of Djibouti held a graduation ceremony on Thursday evening for the fifth batch of university department students and the 44th batch of general education students. The event took place at the People's Palace in a festive and solemn atmosphere. The ceremony was attended by Faisal Sultan Al Qabani, ambassador of the custodian of the two holy mosques in the Republic of Djibouti, Dr. Hatem bin Fattah Al Mudara, Dean of Islamic Institute, along with several officials from the Saudi Arabian Embassy and a large number of faculty members. The program featured various students' performances, including the graduate procession, which reflects a deep a science sense of pride and belonging to this prestigious academic institution. Founded in 1981, the Islamic Institute of Djibouti primary mission is to promote values of moderation, a balance, and peaceful coexistence in line with the aspiration of Djiboutian families. And since its creation, the institute has played a key role in teaching religious science and the Arabic language, contributing to the development of a conscious and active regeneration and the advancement of Djibouti of Jewish society. In his speech, the Dean, Dr. Hatem bin Fattah al Mudara, stated that today we celebrate, he said, the graduation of the fifth batch from the university department and the 44th batch from the general education cycle. And during the ceremony, the Vice Rector for Educational Affairs, Dr. Abdullah bin Abdurrahman Al Asmari, stated that the grace of the Almighty and with the generous support of the government of His Majesty, the custodian of the two holy mosques, he had the honor of participating in the graduation ceremony of this batch from the Islamic Institute in Djibouti. He conveyed greetings from the president of the university, Professor Ahmed bin Salam Al Amiri, as well as from all members of Imam Muhammad ibn Saud University. He pointed out that since its establishment, the university had graduated more than 463,860 students from various countries around the world. He finally concluded. And the graduation ceremony at the Islamic Institute of Djibouti was a historic moment marking the completion of the academic journey for the fifth batch of the university department student and the 44th batch of general education student. The event took place in an atmosphere filled with emotion and pride, truly reflecting the hard work and commitment of those students over the years. The graduates were warmly congratulated by their families and pride and teachers, and the institute officials. Symbolic gifts were presented to them in recognition of their efforts. Sport now, a new chapter in Djibouti sport history is being written as FAR Club located in Oboh region prepares to begin in the first division. The achievement marks a significant milestone, highlighting the spirit of teamwork and the passion of young talents who, with determination, are eager to bring Oboh region back to the top of the national football scene. And the success would not have been possible without the unwavering support of sponsors who believed in this project from the very beginning. Their constant commitment and support enabled Oboh Club to build a strong and organize its development with a focus on excellence. And as part of the government directives concerning the deportation of foreign nationals who entered the country illegally and failed to comply with the deadline set by the authorities, a large-scale operation was carried out by the mobile gendarmerie squadron based at Lag Asal on last May 15, 2025. This operation, which extended to the Tafari sector, led to the arrest of 112 individuals, including 26 women, all of whom were in an irregular situation, aligned with humanitarian principles and the respect for fundamental rights. All those arrested were taken to the Lake Assal command post, where they receive assistance in the form of drinking water, food, and medical care provided by the gendarmerie nurses. And after necessary checks and formalities, they were deported to the border abroad institutional vehicles, strictly adhering to established procedures. And moving on now to the regional and international news. The President of the Federal Republic of Somalia, Mr. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, laid a wreath today at the Somali Youth League Memorial, honoring the struggle of the first activists united for independence. Dini has more.
The President of the Federal Republic of Somalia, Mr. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, today laid a wreath at the memorial of the Somali Youth League, which commemorates the struggle of the first united activists for independence, 13 young Somalis who founded the movement in a Mogadishu hotel on the 15th of May, 1943. After the wreath-laying ceremony, President Mahmoud went to the Royal Palace Hotel, where a major celebration was held to mark Somali Youth Day. According to the RTD's correspondent, several ministers, the chief of the national police, other officials, and a large audience of young people attended the event. In his speech during the ceremony, the Somali president highlighted the pioneering and crucial role played by those 13 young people in the fight for Somalia's national independence.
And we finish this edition with a devastating update from Gaza. On the 60th day of the aggression, the territory is witnessing one of the worst massacres of ethnic cleansing in modern history, reports.
In the day of the resumption of the aggression against Gaza, the Ministry of Health announced the death of 250 Palestinians in just 2 days, emphasizing that the territory is the scene of one of the worst ethnic cleansing massacres ever witnessed. According to medical sources, the early hours of dawn were marked by the discovery of over 100 matrices. The hospital stated that the situation in the Gaza Strip is truly catastrophic, emphasizing the inability of healthcare facilities to provide care due to a complete lack of medicine.
So that's it for tonight news. Thanks for being with us and have a good time.